Sonia. Welcome back to my channel. It is a gorgeous day outside today. I was reading my almanac when I got up this morning, having my coffee, and it was a good reminder. It was talking about how this is like the peak of summer, and I was walking around my yard just watching the bees do their thing, and you know, all the bugs do their thing and the flowers bloom, and it was just a good reminder to get out and enjoy all the sights and sounds of summer now. And yeah, go out, walk around your house. If you have some flowers that you've planted, maybe you could pick a few, put into a vase. That's what I did this morning. And now I am going to get to a project that I've been looking at and had the idea to do for a while. This is one of the pieces that I got at an auction. There's another one behind me as well, and I got the set. We redid the set here on my YouTube channel in vintage white and painted them, and I really like how it brightened up the space, and the space is pretty big, so it fills it out quite nice. So I've been staring at this for the last 2 summers, and sometimes what I do is I might not even, if I just want to change, I might not just paint entirely over the entire thing, but rather, like we did last week, I added a transfer on my television stand at the top, you know, at the top of the buffet that I use for that. And I thought on this piece here, I'm ready to go ahead and give a new look to it as well. Just you know, sometimes you do the smallest thing to a piece of furniture and it just makes a big impact and it feels refreshed. So I want to refresh the top of this table. I kind of started distressing it a little more and adding in some, like, you know, when I had some, for example, brown wax on my hand, I'm really starting to grunge it up a little bit. But I have not come back to it to do what I really want to do with it, which is to give it a cool metallic top, not all over, but rather using some stencils that I found on clearance. I've had these in my stash for a while, but they just really spoke to me. I got these really big ones for $5 in the clearance section at one of the decor stores. It might have been Hobby Lobby. I can't remember. I've had it for such a long time, but I love these big stencils, and I'm thinking this one right here just is like, okay, Sonia, yes, put me, you know, do the top of me in this in metallic, very Moroccan style. I love that. You know, I'm a boho shabby lover. This one here we did on the, do you remember when we painted fabric? This was actually the stencil that I used for that, and I love it. So I'm feeling this one for on here today. I really feel like it would go with my decor. And because my table is white, what I don't want to do is have this design too dark. So sometimes when you have a super, super light color, like on one end of the color family, and then say, for example, went really, really super dark, whether it's, you know, like a super dark brown or a dark black, you start to get that zebra effect where you have the vintage white and the black velvet going on, and it makes it a very, very pronounced look. I don't want a dramatic look. I want a soft, lived in, really cozy, been around for a long, long time, distressed overall, time worn, you know, kind of look. So I'm going to go with this stencil, and I'm going to, I think I'm going to go in and find a color. I know I have it. Last time we did the book, I'm pretty sure, there it is, white gold. So these are my favorite metallic waxes that I'm loving on right now. And so I paint my pieces, I bling the edges out with this stuff. Today I'm going to stencil with it, which is going to be fun, so can't wait for that. And I'm going to go with white gold, and I feel like white gold, I'll bring it up close in just a second, but I feel like white gold it's not as vibrant as like a yellow gold, so it's more lighter, it's more laid back. It's like the mellow gold. And that's what I want to go on top of here. Something, like I said, that's not really in your face, that is such an opposite of the white, but rather something that's gonna just feel like it fits in, just nice and snug, and it has more of a faint design onto it. Because remember that when I put my runner over the top of here, and I put my candles and all that sort of stuff on there, that's gonna be more of the focus, right? So I want this to be the backdrop, but I feel like I have a lot of space, and I could put a really cool pattern onto it. So let me show you this. So this is white gold, and there's a ton of these. I keep adding them because I love to play with them over on my website at junkmonkeypaint.com, but this one is the white gold, and it's going on top of the vintage white today. So I'm going to yeah, get this ready. And when I use these waxes, just to let you know, when they go on, we paint them on and we have time to manipulate them. Like for example, I'm going to also run and grab some of my wipes. So if I were to smear this anywhere, I can clean up the edges by just kind of taking my wipe and cleaning it off. So I'm going to do that, and yeah, and then also just like grab a cheap brush. So I pick up these really cheap brushes that I get when I'm out like at dollar stores and stuff, because they're the throwaway kind, right? So I tend to keep these with my waxes, put them in a baggie, use them as much as I possibly can, but if they get too hard, then I'll throw them out. But I keep brushes dedicated to when I'm using the waxes, because I started to say that you can manipulate them, you can wipe them off when they're still wet. But what happens is once it dries onto your piece, I won't even need to seal my stencil today because it's permanent. It's a permanent wax. So once it sets up, it sets up. So we just put it on. But just know that, you know, I probably wouldn't use good brushes with this stuff unless you're going to dedicate that brush to it. And know that, you know, if it's left out, it may harden and you might have to throw it away. Because, so use cheaper brushes, I put them in baggies, and I seal my baggies and just kind of keep it all in with my waxes. All right, so I was deciding if I was going to use a smaller brush, but honestly, I'm going to use this one. Staying hydrated today. The weather is gorgeous out there. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm not really going to try, you know, you guys know how I roll. Imperfectly perfect is fine with me. And yeah, so basically I'm going to put this pretty much in the center. Maybe I'll even start right there in the center, but the center of the piece. And then from there, I'm going to stencil, and I can repeat my pattern. Okay. This is a new one, so just always pop the top with the lid. You can tape your stuff down if you want. You know me, I just kind of go at it. And I'm probably going to, you know what, I could even use one of my shabby chip brushes on this. Because this stencil is just such a large area. And I'm not going to try to perfectly fill these little, what would you call it, like medallions, these little designs in, because I want it to look like it should fit the rest of this overall piece that is done in distressed style. So when I brush it on, I'm not trying to give it full coverage. Straighten up my lines.
Just close your eyes
using my weight
and let them rest. I know it's hard to fall asleep, but do your best. 'Cause there's a place that I go to when I want to hide from all the shades of blue. 'Cause at times I think of leaving, my mind takes me back to fall, when the snow begins to sing goodnight to warm. But I will never leave your side, you're the reason to all my pride. Never wither and runs dry, and your roses are my guides. Goodbye, my friend. Just feel the wind. If you look close, you see the lilies dance and how they slowly grow. I'm counting years as they go by. Now all the lilies gone and daisies brought to life. 'Cause at times I think of leaving, my mind takes me back to fall, when the snow begins to sing goodnight to warm.
wanted to do this for so... Oh, no, I lied. Somebody else is going, nope, 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 you missed a spot. Don't do that to me, Sonia. Don't leave that. Don't leave me hanging. One little spot. All right, friends, I would never do that to you. All right. Now I think we're done. Holy smokes, that's beautiful. Let's rub a little bit on the edges. That grungy look that we love, that I love. Holy smokes, I love it. Whew, let me just see what this looks like. Oh yeah, this table's got some real cool designs as well on it. Let me see if I can find one for you. It's like there's one down here. Let me bring it down so you can see. Can you see that spot right there? So, if we were to take our beautiful wax and go over that distressed area, it's gonna really make those pop. You can see I already did some distressing down there, but yay.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
You want news?
News? Sure, give me some news. Is this battery news? Our battery went dead in a car. Matt's on the hunt. All right, I like it. Well, actually, I'm just kind of finishing up right here, so this is perfect timing. Friends, I am loving what I'm seeing. I hope it inspires you guys to, you know, whether you paint something, you decide to put a transfer on it, to add a little extra something to it. You know, I'm tired of looking at the table the way it was, so I had to change it up. Change is good. It's beautiful, and I am super happy with it. So I'm gonna go have lunch with Matt and let that dry. Remember, the sealer is part of it already, so I don't need to seal on top of this. If I really wanted to, I could. With the monkey shine or the our banana peel polyacrylic, but you don't have to. It honestly, it's permanent once it dries. Give it 24 hours. But if you feel like you want to give it an extra coat of something, then in this case, I would definitely choose my Junk Monkey banana peel polyacrylic and go all over it once it's completely dry. All right, so hopefully it's been inspiring for you guys. Go do something that, like me, you've been looking at for a while, that just needs a change, and you'll feel so good. Makes me feel like I want to clean the entire living room. So I can't wait for this to dry. Once it does, I have my runner. I've got this beautiful runner that looks the color of Be My Honey, and my tray, and my candles, all that good stuff. So you'll see that once it dries. All right, I will see you guys back on here tomorrow. Take care. Be sure to subscribe. I'm doing 30 days of videos, so tell me below if you're enjoying them. All right, take care, my friends. Make it good. Bye. Stanley, do you approve? Do you approve? Is this a table that you could relax beside? Tell me. Oh, those big meaty paws of yours. I think you like it. Oh, yes, you like it.